Hello, my name is Barb Mundell. I am a civil engineer with the City of St. Paul Public Works Department. Today, we're talking about the reconstruction of Minnesota Street. Minnesota Street reconstruction is a 2-year project. Phase 1 from Kellogg to 6th was constructed in 2023. Phase 2 from 6th to 11th will be constructed in the summer of 2024. The project includes the removal and replacement of the concrete pavement, sidewalks, and underground utilities along the corridor. The project also includes the implementation of the Capital City Bikeway on the west side of Minnesota Street. The existing cross-section of Minnesota Street is 3 10-foot through lanes and a 10-foot wide parking lane on the west side. The west side has 11 feet for walk-in boulevard, and the east side has 10 feet for walk-in boulevard. The proposed cross-section of Minnesota Street is 2 through lanes and 1 8-foot parking lane on the west side. The west side will include a 5.5-foot walk, an 8-foot two-way bike trail, and a 6-foot boulevard for trees and street lighting. On the east side, we will have 9.5 feet for walk and boulevard. There's another project also happening in the area, which is Kellogg Boulevard. So both projects will be using the same proposed detour route, and that's northbound on Wabasha, southbound on St. Peter Street. Utility upgrades will continue on Robert Street in 2024. During construction, there's a lot of concern about access. Know that the contractor must provide access for pedestrians and emergency vehicles at all time. Contractor will also be required to coordinate with businesses along the corridor to ensure that access to loading docks and parking ramps is available. There may be some very short time periods when a complete closure is unavoidable, but those will be few and far between. Buses along the bus routes along Minnesota Street will be moved to Robert Street during construction. We will be keeping a lane of 6th Street open and a lane of 10th Street open to keep the cross bus traffic moving. 7th Street will remain open throughout construction. The 7th Street intersection will not be reconstructed as part of this project, but will be part of a future MnDOT project right now scheduled for 2028. So part of the project includes replacement of all of the sidewalks. So some of the sidewalks on Minnesota Street are on public property and some extend onto private property. If requested by the property owner, the project may also replace sidewalk on private property up to the building face at no additional charge to the property owner. Downtown has basements that sometimes extend under the sidewalk or even the roadway. They're often used as utility rooms or coal chutes or a storage. Sometimes they look just like the rest of the basement, but they actually extend out under the sidewalk. Public Works has a record of the areaways in the right-of-way, but occasionally those records have not been updated. So please contact me if you know your building has an areaway, because we want to make sure that we show it on the plans. If the contractor needs to replace sidewalk over an areaway, they will replace the weatherproofing and pour new concrete walk and seal around the areaway. For more information about the St. Paul Areaway policy, it is available on our website and on the right-of-way stpaul.gov website. This project also includes upgrading all of the underground utilities. There are many different utilities buried in the right-of-way in Minnesota, including water, sewer, gas, electric, district energy, and a lot of communication lines. These Many of these are owned by private companies, and they will be making upgrades to their facilities in coordination with the road work. Some of the utility coordination that's happening now is Excel Gas and Electric are upgrading and moving some of their facilities. Comcast started moving their facilities in December, and that will continue um, throughout the winter, hopefully done by April. Um, Sometimes Go for One Call gives inexact information, so we will be doing a lot of investigative potholing to locate the um, the depth of utilities. Also happening on the corridor is Sewers is doing some work on 6th Street between Robert and Minnesota Street. Also, there's private building improvements happening. For instance, Town Square is replacing their atrium roof. And all of these things are happening prior to the construction project, which should start in June of 2024. There is a wall that will be rebuilt as part of this project, and this is between 9th and 10th. Work on the wall may occur simultaneously with work on the southern end of the project and probably continue throughout the length of the construction season. Street lighting. Right now, the corridor is lit by bent straw lighting and then some privately owned multi-globe lights. Um, they will keep these lights up as long as possible during construction, but once they have to be removed, temporary lighting will be provided as needed. The new proposed street lighting will be the single globes and the bent straw. So pedestrian scale and then also roadway lighting. Traffic signals at 7th Place and at 10th Street will be replaced. There might be some minor upgrades to the traffic signals at 7th and at 11th Street intersections. Trees will be planted in the boulevards where there's no utility conflicts. The downtown standard for tree planting is these paver planters and they're connected so that there's more soil for each of the trees. The flat paver planters allow for more pedestrian space and leave room for parking stations, streetlights, signage, or even a sidewalk cafe. Also, as part of this project, we will be doing some filtration. We'll be installing modular wetlands. These are concrete structures that filter rainwater runoff before releasing it into the storm sewer. So boulevards need to be wider at these locations. The footprint is about 8 by 20 feet. And these castings will be open to allow for low maintenance plants. And another note about plants and tree planting will likely occur in the spring of 2025 after all the construction is done. And now we'll talk about assessments. So street reconstruction projects are funded by city street reconstruction bonds and assessments to the abutting property owners. Assessment rates for 2024 have not been determined yet, but they will be before the project starts. And property owners are assessed after the construction is complete, so in the fall of 2024. Please view the website at stpaul.gov/assessments for more information. And if you have questions after this PowerPoint, please visit www.stpaul.gov/Minnesota Street 2. And that will also be posting regular updates, and you can sign up for emails as well. Or feel free to contact me, Barb Mundell, at 651-266-6112, or email me. Thank you very much for your time. And here are some general phone numbers, again, if you have questions about other areas of the project. Thank you.